And welcome everybody to the, what are we calling this?
It is December 30. I don't know when this episode's actually going to get dropped.
Okay, so we did not want to use year-ender. We did not want to use New Year's special. We didn't want to
be politically correct about this episode.
We didn't want to be like the look back at 2017. So we're just going to call this the December 30th special.
Yes.
Of something movies.
What's up, you guys?
Welcome everybody. My name is Renzo.
And my name is Poch.
And for this episode, we are setting aside some of our usual suspects and...
you seen that movie?
Nope. So, what we're going to do today is we are going to talk about a bunch of things that happened in 2017 and look toward 2018 and check out the movie landscape and see where things are going to go, and also talk about a bunch of movies we didn't get to catch from this year.
We are still the Filthy Casual podcast for you guys out there, for those casual viewers. This is more of a like, this is your life, but 2017, and just a recap if ever you're in those conversations where, hey, what are the good movies you saw in 2017? Or 2017, what a landscape for movies, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we do not want to make this like we've seen this movie, why haven't you? We want to make this you haven't seen this movie, go check it out.
Please.
Because there were a bunch of great movies from this year and we really want to talk about them. But to get things started, we do want to say real quick that in case you hear a bunch of roosters in the back.
Oh yeah, we're hiding in an undisclosed location because we did have a really bad run-in with the sponsor.
Yeah, he found out where we lived, he chased us down, and you had to run away to, what country was that?
I forgot, it was just such a blaze. It was somewhere in Europe.
I had to go to Botswana for like a few weeks.
Then we met each other somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, south of Ukraine, we met up, and then we were like, okay, we got to figure out a game plan.
Yeah.
And so we changed their names. I'm Poch now.
And I'm Renzo.
So he's never going to find us.
Never going to find us.
Let's get this started. 2017, Poch, what's something you can say about this year?
Okay, let's start with the worst things first.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, we have to talk about it, the whole Harvey Weinstein matter.
The entire Harvey Weinstein matter, not just Harvey Weinstein, but apparently a whole bunch of producers, actors, and people that work in the film industry that were not only complicit, but also a part of this culture of sexual abuse, sexual harassment, and we are... I mean, I can't even say that I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this has been something that has been under the mattress, slightly kind of peeking out from under the mattress that people have been suspecting but not officially brought up. So just to give some context, when was that? A couple of months ago, like more than a month, like half a year ago. I believe it was Rose McGowan who came out and exposed Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein, as you all know or may not know, is the head of the Weinstein Company, a huge movie production company.
Juggernaut.
Yeah. Are they a production company or a studio? I don't know.
I'm not really sure, but usually he's the guy that you go to get your name out in Hollywood. He's worked with the likes of Gwyneth Paltrow, Angelina Jolie,
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I believe it was him that they went to for the script of
Good Will Hunting.
Yes, Good Will Hunting. And also all those Quentin Tarantino movies that you know and you love. All from the Weinstein Company.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, she came out with all these stories of him using his position of power to coerce sexual acts out of actresses that he's worked with, and it's not just her who came out, a whole bunch of actresses came out as well.
Even a recording of, it was a really rough recording. It's out online, but it's very graphic, and he explains in explicit detail what he wants to be done and what he would want out of the girl.
Yeah.
And I think it was Rose. I'm not really sure who the girl was, but she was very persistent in saying, no, this can't be done.
Yeah.
I don't want to get famous this way.
Yeah.
And it's just sad because you know that this is kind of like a known secret in Hollywood that you have to get your name out there, you have to do this favor for someone.
Yeah.
And now that the spotlight is being shined here, I feel like that's a good step. I know it was bound to happen. It was a bubble that was waiting to burst. Look, I was gonna bring it up as well, but something that broke my heart was Kevin Spacey as well.
Yes, Kevin Spacey.
And how the media covered it up by saying he's gay.
Yeah.
That was his
actually, like, he tried to cover it up.
Yeah, he tried to cover it up.
Like, he was like, oh, now I'm gonna choose to live my life as a gay man, ending it on that note. And it's just, it left a bad taste in all of our mouths.
Exactly. I mean, he got pulled out of House of Cards. It sucked. He just came out of Baby Driver.
Yeah.
And
which was one of the best from this year.
Exactly. And it's sad because you can see that Hollywood is trying to throw a blanket over this because the way it was portrayed, some people were like, "Oh my gosh, love really wins. Kevin Spacey's out and gay."
Yeah.
But that's the mainstream media. But if you look into it, he was giving an apology speech for his sexual advances to
Anthony Rapp.
Anthony Rapp,
Yeah.
exactly. And our heart goes out to him. He was actually very courageous in stepping forward.
Yeah, and it goes to show that it's not just a problem that affects predominantly women, but also men of the industry are affected by it as well. Even men like Terry Crews,
Really?
Terry Crews
damn.
came out and accused a huge Hollywood producer of making inappropriate sexual advances toward him, and almost going so far as just like grabbing his butt apparently,
jeez.
and he is now taking him to court and is doing all this stuff, and it's just like we applaud these people for coming forward.
Can I just say also, one of my favorite YouTube channels, Screen Junkies, Andy Signor, he was kicked out because of sexual advances with interns.
Oh my goodness, dude.
And Screen Junkies, shout out! I hope they're listening. I have no idea,
yeah.
but they're like the mecca for me in terms of like our podcast goals. They have movie fights. They also do honest trailers.
Okay.
You see that?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
the ones that produce that. And I don't know, with something like Hollywood, if you're having it with these small companies, YouTube channels as well, even What Culture.
Yeah,
apparently.
Adam Blampied had to resign
God,
because of
damn.
these allegations as well, and we want to reiterate that it is important that these victims come forward, because in a system that is not exactly kind to victims, you have to go the extra length and find odd ways to seek justice. And if this is what we have to do, it apparently is working, because these men are stepping down and are hopefully the law catches up to them and something is done swiftly, because 2018 we do not want any more of this, because I mean imagine like, this is happening on a huge level, on like a high profile level. What about the small time actresses and the small time directors who are forced into women to do this? And it's just like, it's a tragedy, we don't want movies to be like that. Movies are supposed to be fun.
I do predict that in 2018 there will be more people coming out though. Like if this is going to be a trend in Hollywood, what's good about it, things have to get a whole lot worse before it gets better. So I feel like more of these things will come out of the shadows. Hopefully it will be the last of them.
Yeah, for sure.
But who knows? I mean, me and Renzo are running from the law, but
that's
we
true.
do not condone any of this act.
Definitely no. But yeah, that is probably the biggest thing of 2017 in terms of movies. That's not something we can just overlook easily. Hopefully 2018 we see less of that and more action is done. And also as part of, we're not a huge part of the movie journalistic circles, but I feel like it is our obligation, not just as men in this circle, but also people.
Exactly.
It's our duty to call it out as well, and to not condone it and to speak out against it. So, yes, Harvey Weinstein, fuck you.
Hey,
there you go.
So let's go on a little bit more lighter topics.
Yeah,
another polarizing thing that happened this year was Disney buying Fox.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
So people were freaking out. People were freaking out about Disney buying Fox. They're like, oh no, what's going to happen? Disney's going to own everything. People aren't going to make good movies anymore. And I'm just like,
you should really look into the companies that Disney owns.
They really choose to forget that Disney is also capable of making great movies.
Yeah.
I feel like they think that just because Disney bought Fox out, that other big studio movies are not going to be as good anymore. They're like, oh, we're going to miss the days of the Grand Budapest Hotel. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. Disney bought Fox, okay? Disney didn't pay an assassin to kill
everyone in that company.
Exactly.
They just bought them out. So, and what you mentioned, now Disney owns 40% technically of the movie industry, which is a big juggernaut. And a lot of these theories are coming out online that, in the next year Disney's going to buy an army and we're all going to be ruled by our Mickey Mouse overlords. Kind of crazy, but I do see them monopolizing the movie industry in the near future. They could be like the new WWE of the movie industry. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Only time will tell. I know that the treatment of X-Men is going to be great, but what about shows like Family Guy or Simpsons?
Okay.
With that need, that adult-rated humor.
Just let them die. I'm just kidding. But, I feel like one thing that people were not looking toward is that a lot of people in Fox lost their jobs.
Really?
Yeah, as a result of Disney buying out Fox. People were excited that finally we're gonna get the X-Men and the Avengers together, but a lot of people lost their jobs, and so it's really, I feel like at the end of the day, it really is more of a bad thing than a good thing if you look behind the scenes.
That's true.
But at the same time, people's fears are definitely getting way exaggerated.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't have to be as worried as they are now. Don't worry, guys. There will still be R-rated movies in the future. Disney is not just going to make everything family-friendly, G-rated. And it's like people are saying, oh, well, of course they are, because they want to make money, and so they have to make the audience
everything
wider.
G-rated.
But I'm here like, dude, they own 40% of the movie industry.
I think they're fine.
They're fine. They don't need the money, all right? But then, I mean, the fact that they bought out Fox shows that their greed knows no end. So I got.
By the way, thank you, Disney, for sponsoring this episode of the podcast.
Thank you. We would never sell out, but also thanks to Disney.
Yeah.
For helping us out with this.
Yeah. So again, pretty interesting. I have to admit. Maybe Fox needs that kick in the butt to really understand where the hell they stand in movies, because they've released a couple of stinkers.
Logan, was that Fox?
That was actually pretty good this year.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I feel like that was one of the best superhero movies of the year.
There you go. Transition.
Yes, to Renzo's next point for 2017.
Let's go talk about the year of superhero movies once
Exactly.
again for like 5 years in a row now. I think, or like 10 years in a row.
This time, I think DC kind of put up a fight in some way, because Wonder Woman came out, as well as the Justice League movie, which we haven't seen, by the way.
I know. I promised that if it was good, I would eat chili for the rest of the episode.
We're still gonna do it. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, we're still gonna watch it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just, maybe our opinions will be a little affected by it now. But
yeah.
superhero movies were abound this year.
Are you getting tired of superhero movies?
I'm getting tired of superhero movies that are just superhero movies.
Name some. Like,
okay, for example,
did I catch you
the
off guard here?
silence is going to be a lot shorter. When I
Did I catch you off guard?
Okay.
I
feel like it's easier for me to name superhero movies that were not superhero movies.
Okay.
But were movies just starring superheroes.
Ah,
you know what I mean?
I like that
Okay,
logic.
so take a look at, name a bunch of really good superhero films from the past 3 years.
Winter Soldier was good. In the past, how many years?
Three or four.
Okay, Winter Soldier was good. I know the first Iron Man wasn't there. Logan. That was
Logan,
good.
yes.
Logan was great. We also got Guardians, the first one, because I haven't seen the second one.
Okay.
And Wonder Woman. That was good.
There you go. Okay, so check out these movies. First, to start off with
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is not a superhero movie. Winter Soldier is a political thriller.
It's a spy.
It's a spy espionage thriller starring Captain America.
That's true.
Take a look at, what's the other one you named? Take a look at Guardians of the Galaxy or Logan. So let's start with Logan.
Okay, Logan.
Take a look at Logan. It's not a superhero movie. It's a movie about a broken man who finds out he has a daughter and he's trying to reconnect with her.
That's true.
Set behind a superhero background, starring a superhero and two superheroes.
Dude, you're blowing my mind. Okay,
Take a look at Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not a superhero movie.
Space opera.
It's a space opera comedy about friends coming together.
Yeah.
It's basically a D&D campaign in space starring superheroes, and that's what look at Ant-Man.
Okay.
Ant-Man,
It's a heist film.
It's a heist film. It's not a superhero movie.
So,
it's a heist
okay.
film starring a superhero.
Let me ask you, what is a superhero film then?
A superhero film. Okay, one superhero film that did it well, I gotta say, is Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman did it good.
That was okay. I have to admit, there's a lot of hate. You know, Tina. Hey, Tina, you listening? You're not here with us right now because she hates Wonder Woman.
Tina, our head intern, executive intern.
Yeah, she doesn't like Wonder Woman for some
Wow.
reason. I was like, huh?
Way to betray your gender, Tina.
I know, right? What the hell, you bigot?
But yeah, I mean, Wonder Woman. That was a good superhero film.
And I was actually I was watching this video essay how Wonder Woman was. Some people found it cheesy, but that's a superhero because a lot of these Marvel movies undercut the seriousness by cracking a joke in. That's why Age of Ultron is just a bunch of quippy lines.
Yeah.
And a lot of superhero movies tend to fall under that, like the battle in the hangar scene in Civil War. There were like 11 jokes that were cracked. In Wonder Woman, when she stepped out of the trenches and she was facing that barrage of people. Man. Oh, come on. That's a superhero.
That's a superhero right there. That's a superhero movie done well, I gotta say. True. And even movies like... I feel like also they've got to realize, a lot of superhero movies, they got to realize that you don't always have to put the world in danger for it to feel important, you know?
That's true.
It's always like, oh, the world's gonna explode.
Oh, there's a big flying something in the sky.
Yeah, New York is gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like Avengers made that formula.
Yeah, we can only care about New York so many times until it gets boring.
It's probably the worst place to live these days.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's a teen movie. It's a teen movie starring Spider-Man, and the stakes, it's not like Vulture was gonna destroy New York. Vulture was just gonna
steal some equipment.
Yeah, and it was just, the stakes were not world-ending, but they still felt important because they found out how to build character and to present these stories in an interesting way. So I feel like superhero movies are slowly figuring that out. Slowly figuring that out. Justice League, we can't really say anything much about that because we haven't seen it.
But we'll have a segment about that.
We will, definitely. I'm so scared. I don't want to like it. I really don't want to like it, man. But yeah.
Okay, so lastly, I want to mention this is the year of polarizing movies. Yeah, you got Last Jedi. Watch out for our episode on The Last Jedi, and we'll talk about that in detail. As well as Mother. Like you got, I think audience now these days, you can't please everyone. So I think Hollywood now has to find a balance between releasing a good product and releasing a product that isn't going to butt hurt, majority of the fans.
True.
Because I've seen Mother. I enjoyed it, but people are like, I can understand why people don't enjoy it.
I feel like in the case of Mother and in the case of The Last Jedi, with The Last Jedi you have an entire universe's worth of context and background and preconceived notions that you have to take into account, which can easily make for a polarizing audience, just because you have one side of the fans that are just like absolutely in love with what they believe Star Wars is and what they learned what they learned to love about Star Wars growing up with the movies and with the expanded universe and stuff like that. And you have the other side of the fans who just love Star Wars and just want to enjoy the movie. But with Mother's case, I feel like a big part of why they didn't like it was because of the marketing.
I actually agree with you there because these are two good examples. Because Mother didn't have a following; it was a completely original story in its own, and people went into it not knowing what the hell is this. Let me just see. It looked like Get Out for white people based on the trailers.
Get Out, white people.
Yeah. But if they probably marketed it as like an art house film, I think they would have gotten a lot of more critical success.
Yeah, but what they did instead was they made it seem like it was a horror film starring Jennifer Lawrence.
A mainstream horror film.
Like it was like that one movie where she was in
Space? Is that the one with Chris Pratt?
No, the one where she was Jennifer. I'm googling Jennifer Lawrence. Evil Neighbor.
Oh,
that evil
Red something. Sparrow.
House at the End of the Street.
I did not know any of that.
Really?
House at the End of the Street. Well, that's a remake of those.
No. It's a
Last House on the Left.
Last House on the Left is what you're talking about. But yeah, I mean they marketed it as some slasher supernatural horror flick. But what we got instead was something completely different. We're not going to spoil that for you because
we'll have a witness on that.
Definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, it was.
Wait, did we already had a witness on that?
No, we had a trailer of the week. You did that.
Didn't we have a witness for that a couple episodes ago?
What did you say?
I said... Yeah,
the score!
Yeah, I talked about how there's no score.
Okay. Yeah, we could have an in-depth witness.
There you go, yeah.
If you're really back to a corner.
But yeah, cool. There you go. So I feel like, with Mother, it's the marketing's fault. With The Last Jedi, it's just there's so... it was impossible for people to be happy with The Last Jedi, for everybody to be happy with The Last Jedi. So,
do you think with movies, bad publicity is still publicity? Like, they're going to look at this as a win? Or... if your movie's polarizing, that's bad.
I mean, I feel like Rian Johnson said, the last thing that he wants to do is to divide the Star Wars audience.
Shit, that's the one thing he did.
Yeah, that's the one thing he did. But
even with porgs, fuck. The longer you look at them, the more weird looking they are.
I like porgs, though.
Try looking at them. They're very weird. It's like, how are they flying?
Oh, by the way, not watching the trailer for Star Wars enhanced my experience, I gotta say.
Actually... watching it enhanced my experience. I mean, I feel like you can watch it. Either watch the trailer, don't watch it. It's still a good movie. You're gonna find out during the episode where we talk about Star Wars.
More on that then.
Yeah, there you go. Doing some callbacks.
But polarizing movies indeed. I feel like there's one though that was just universally liked by so many people. Lady Bird.
Oh, Justice League.
Lady Bird, I know nothing about it.
Same.
I plan to know nothing about it until I go see it.
Yeah.
But all I know is that there's literally no bad review of it online.
Exactly. I wonder what it's even about. Some bird.
I know Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Brought to you by Sarsi.
Sarsi. Cola.
Sarsi Cola. But yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like that's one movie that a lot of people like. We haven't seen it.
Exactly.
But I feel like we gotta start. 2018 should be the year where we start watching movies.
Yeah, let's start like crossing some things off our list of we
Yeah.
must watch. Should we finally watch Godfather?
We can't cross the dark side. We can't go full
Full-
film.
yeah, we're
enthusiast.
Oh man, we're gonna be so like butthurt about everything. If,
Yeah.
this is this retreading of Godfather. Like, that scene they totally shot that for. They got that out of 20. What's that? Space Odyssey.
20. Oh, it's this. I thought you were gonna say 22 Jump Street.
22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
I did see that. That's good.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
So, quite a year for movies. 2017.
Yeah.
Majority of it bad, and it is bad that is necessary for things to get better, as Poch said a while ago. And also movies that were polarizing. A lot of big franchise movies that were actually pretty good.
Oh, just to add, I forgot to mention that a lot of original movies came out this year.
True.
I feel like,
Yeah.
aside from superhero movies killing it, you got these new original movies that I feel like it's not a franchise thing, but it's just a good story.
Yeah.
Like you got Baby Driver, Get Out,
Mother,
Logan Lucky,
Yeah.
all those. I feel like I really would love more these original movies, because as we look at 2018, most of the movies I'm interested in are sequels or a retreading of something like Ocean's 8.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
just it's built on that same universe,
Yeah.
which I get. Hollywood, it's a business. You if it's not broken, why fix it?
I feel like a reason for that is like a lot of the low key movies that do end up becoming good. They are not in production for this long, so we're probably going to hear about them in 2018 already. So like of course we're hearing about these big franchise films because they're already in production and the
That's
marketing's
true.
already there for them. But then I feel like we're going to see a lot of original movies as well in 2018, especially considering the fact that there's so many festivals nowadays. There's
That's
so many
true.
ways to make movies, and it's just like, yeah, it's just gonna keep coming.
All right, so yeah, 2017 rated out of 10.
10 out of
being
10?
highest, yeah.
Man,
B plus.
if I were to give it 1 out of 10, I'd definitely give it 2 stars.
2 stars out of 5, and
2 stars out of 7.
Oh, out of 7. All right, cool.
7 being really bad, 4 being kind of okay,
And 11 being certified
Fresh.
Okay.
yeah, fresh okay.
Okay.
Coming up on Something Movies, we're taking a look at the year in trailers and sharing some of our favorites from this year, as well as some of the worst. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
Sponsors.
Yeah.
Something Podcast is brought to you by the only sponsor that you'll see roaming around the streets homeless. That's right, I got evicted. Thanks to 2 individuals who just won't pay up.